It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. And off we go from Denver. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. To throw, here's Nix. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chubb diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job blocking. Finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. A pass there complete to Sutton, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down, Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Nix to the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to about the 37. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Watson on third down. Forced out to his left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
33 yards.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Good job, good job. Next score, Browns 14, Broncos 0.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Goes onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Nix to throw on second down. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Nix from the shotgun.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 2nd and 10, here's Nix again.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the interception, here's Watson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Here's 2nd and 3.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Back to throw, Watson.
He's got the connection to Moore. Third down and 1.
Here's Watson. He's going to look deep for Moore. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Nix on first down. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's Hillman going to go in motion right.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Open man, that's Tillman.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the out. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Touchdown, defense.
Tillman motions to the left.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Nix throwing on 3rd down.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're all...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A give to Williams, running right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 5.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Back to throw. Nix being chased out left. But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 19 yards away.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Again, they turn to Ford. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
And Chubb will try the middle here. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that stretches this lead to 20-8.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
2nd and 12.
Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Time not on their side. They've got one timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to the air with Nix.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do